treat. We have our incomparable Pastor 360 who has things to share, knowledge to share. And we have our hosts and our spiritual time. We thank you, and over to you, Dr. Patience Ajongwen.
Thank you, Sister Mary, for all what you do. Thank you for the warm welcome. We really appreciate it. We don't take that for granted. Hey, next week we are going to spring forward. Means we have more daylight here in the US. And I think the Europe will be 2 weeks later. So the time might change your time zone next week. So just watch out. Hopefully we'll do our best to get it right in our flyers. If we missed it, please just recalculate. We are springing forward next week in the US. So with that, not wasting your time, I know you did not come to hear me yap. So I'm going to pass the floor to Dr. Derek. So we don't start our webinar without giving us our signature tune. That helps to ground us, okay? It helps us to resettle, think about the mission and vision. What Mr. Ash Mufareh was thinking for all of us, novice, right, to join on passive. Some of us did not even know how to turn our devices on. Some of us did not know how to create an email, but we're all here because he told us that it doesn't matter our skills, it doesn't matter our age, it doesn't matter our gender, it doesn't matter where you're coming from. As long as you're 18 years and over, that's the legal age to operate a business. You come in here, you will win as long as you're plugged in. Remember, if you're not plugged in, you cannot win. If you're not plugged in, you will not know that, okay, you have to do this, do this, do that. So we're keeping ourselves not only busy, but to plug in as well as taking this season to learn. And we're learning from the best. And today we have one of the most eloquent speakers. Everybody have their standard wise, or what they call, the British people call it, dictionary with you today. Trust me, you will need it with this speaker. But without wasting time, I'm going to pass it over to Dr. Derry, which is going to play our signature tune, In It to Win It. This was gifted to us by one of our own very best Queen Sister, Lerato Shadare. The voice, the music, the word means a lot. Please listen to it. And then Dr. Derek has embedded it with what we have been doing in OnPassive and here in the Dream Team. Over to you, King Dr. Derek.
We are here. Your next stop is on Passive.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
We've seen our journey. We've seen our story. What our King Dr. Derek is doing on this video is showing us our story. This is our story. This is our journey. It doesn't matter how we end. It's the story and the journey that we've gone together. And that video journey is the journey. Shows us the steps, the way they've gone. We can be in a season now. But as our CEO always says, winners don't quit, quitters don't win. So please stay with that spirit. I see a lot of people are writing things that is not in that spirit in YouTube. Thank you, moderator Mamadou Diallo, for keeping them honest on the YouTube. And I'm not going to waste time. I'm going to pass it over to the moderators. You know, the Dream Team coordinators, I call them coordinators because all of us on these platforms are leaders. Mr. Ash Mufareh himself said that every unperseverant is a leader on their own right. Some people lead in different ways. Some people are in the background. Like if I see Mama Edith in South Africa, she's a great leader. She's in the background, but she's a force to reckon with, for example. Right? So I called, and that's why I call sometimes the Dream Team coordinators. I want to thank all of you, appreciate all of you for what you do every day. Not only come here to impact us with knowledge, to get our mind in the right way, but also the moderator that keeps things going. You know, in Dream Team, we believe that life is complex and we have to handle all of it. So whether there's a loss in the family, whether there's a birth in the family, whether there's marriage in the family, whatever the situation is, we are here because we work as a family. Sister Irene is here with us today, even though we have a great loss during the week. Thank you, Sister I. I'm going to pass it over to her. She's the moderator today. But that's the spirit. Because we cannot stay in our grievance, in our grief. We have to get out of it. So thank you, Sister I, for coming today. And stay strong. Because the old book says, blessed are those that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Over to you, Sister Irene.
Amen. Thank you very much, sis. Hello, everybody. I'm so happy to be here. I know, even when times are tough, we still have to stand strong. With family is still family. We still have to hold this family together. So thank you all. I got all the comforting messages from a lot of people. Thank you all very much. We're here. We have to move on and, hoping for a better tomorrow. So I just want to use this opportunity to thank everybody for making the time to be here this afternoon. Thank you for the welcoming team. You always make us feel at home, feel wanting, feel belonging, feel that we are needed. Thank you very much. We feel at home every Sunday. I look forward to it. And I know I missed a couple of Sundays because of the loss that we had. But I feel like a part of me is not here when I'm not here on Sunday with with all of us here. So I'm here today. So we're gonna move on. We have to get our minds ready. I will tell you, all the mindset that I've gotten in this webinars is what is keeping me strong. You have to be mentally ready to overcome challenges, mentally ready to overcome financial difficulties, mentally ready to overcome any storm that is standing in your way, delayance, disappointments, everything. You have to be mentally ready. So let's be mentally ready while we wait. And so this afternoon, I'm going to call on no one else but our very own Sister Lerato to get us ready as we are going to hear from our brother this afternoon.
I'm laughing, sis, because our spirit is one. Everything that you mentioned now is exactly what I'm going to talk about. But first of all, I want to say my condolences. I want to send my condolences to you and your family. And yeah, so my condolences, sis. It's wonderful to see you here. And it's a blessing to be here. That's all I want to say. It's a blessing to be here. Yeah. So thank you, sis. And you're going to know that we were in the right spirit. And I'm laughing because, when people have the same mind and that same spirit, somehow God whispers the same things to us to confirm it as well. If God wants us to hear something, he will confirm it. Pastor Paul can expatiate on that. I'm not here to preach. But yeah, so this is a confirmation that this is the right message. I was, pondering when I knew that I had to talk today, because today my day was just, my weekend was rough, traveling back and forth, trains being late and all of that. But I'm here. I'm a little bit tired. I was functioning on what feels like 2 hours sleep. I'm so tired. But I'm like, everything, every minute that I spend here with my family is worth everything. It's worth it. It's worth it. It's an investment that is just worth a lot. It's yeah. So, and we all know what we're talking about. When you know, right? So I'm gonna just also say what my sister, beautiful sister, Dr. Benny always says, is that we are not here by ourselves, by our own wisdom or our own will. We have a creator who, found it fit for us to be here because we have a purpose. And so every new day is an opportunity to, realize and capture the day and do something great and, present the best versions of ourselves. So we cannot sit here and not thank God for our lives. So I just want to thank God for being here. I want to thank him for everything. So it's important that I mention that. And so it's funny, Sister Irene, when you were talking the whole time, I'm like, basically, you're speaking my message today. We talked about last week, we've been talking about faith, trust, and loyalty, right? My brother Michael was here and we spoke about that very intensely last week. We went into details, and then he gave us other perspectives that we would otherwise not had. It's always nice to hear people from things from another perspective. It gives you a broader view. So it was nice to hear his view. So we pour into each other. We basically how do I expand our consciousness of life, of everything. It's nice to hear when we're pouring into each other. It's very nice. So we spoke about faith, trust, and loyalty. And last week also we mentioned that, for me, I said, I'll speak about what I know. I know Christ. I know my Bible. I read my Bible, so I'll speak from what I know. And last week I said, I quoted a scripture that Christ himself said, when he said that all things are possible to who believes. And we spoke deeply into that. We went deeply into that. We spoke about faith to say we cannot, capture anything in this life. If you're not going to have faith, then there's no point. We have to have faith in order for us to continue. And today, Sister Irene mentioned what I wanted to mention. She said, we are hoping for a better tomorrow. And she even said that, she mentioned a couple of points. And then when I'm mentioning them, you will hear it from her speech before. You will be able to put them together. And she was speaking about hope. And I said, faith and hope go hand in hand. You cannot have faith and not have hope, right? That I believe those things go hand in hand. And some people would think that hope is some wishy-washy, uncertainty. We are hoping like some wishy-washiness. No. For me, hope, I take hope from what Christ himself says, or the good book says. Hope from the Bible is certain. It's certain. It's not something that you're going to be wishy-washy about. It's something that is centered. You have that confidence in your expectation. So it's not something that is wishy-washy where you're not sure. It's very sure. To have hope in according to the good book is to having something like the certainty that whatever that we are desiring, whatever that aligns with our mission and what God has called us here to do, when it aligns with that, we know that it's certainly going to happen. It's certainly going to happen. So I think it's worth to mention that, when we speak about trust, we talk about loyalty and faith. Hope cannot be missing from those things. It cannot be missing. It's one other thing that we have to put in there to say you're going to have hope, right? And Sister Irene said it very correctly. Says hope is that thing that helps us to deal with tough times. When you're facing tough times and you're facing things that are hard to handle, having hope helps you to come through those things. Having hope for a better tomorrow, having hope that, tomorrow it will be better, having hope that all these hard times are not going to last forever. We all say that, at the end of the tunnel or at the end of darkness, there should be some light. But that what makes us sit there and wait is hope, right? we're all sitting here because we are hoping for a very good future. We're hoping for a good, whatever that we're investing our time in, our emotions and everything, to give us an expected end, and a very good one, right? So it cannot be, we are thinking that we're going to have faith, but there's no hope. Hope helps us to push through. And that's what Sister Irene said, that hope is what carries us through when we're going through difficulties, when we don't know what to do. That hope for something better tomorrow, that hope that tomorrow it will get brighter. It's what pushes us. It's what gives us strength, right? So we cannot talk, even in our company itself, we are all here because of hope. We might not have had like words to explain how we feel, or whatever that keeps us here, whatever that keeps us invested. But that hope that, you know what, we might be going through a storm as a company. We might be going through things that are whatever most of us didn't know for a long time what is happening. We might have like some things here and there, but we're not certain. Not anyone here can say we certainly this, we were not certain to say, okay, we're coming together, we're sitting here because whatever. But that hope that we know that something better, there has to be something better for all of us here. So that hope is what pushed us through, right? So we're gonna have to build, as much as we're gonna have to build our faith muscle in order to pull through in every, or apply it in every area of our lives. We really have to also build very strong hope muscles in everything in our lives, right? So if we don't have that hope, last week I said, guys, if we don't have faith, we better go and get it somewhere. We better get faith, because going through life without faith, without hope, it's tough, right? We see people hanging themselves, doing all kinds of things because they lost that hope, they lost that light. So it's very crucial to have these things that, to have hope. It's very crucial. Hope is what helps us not to give up on our dreams. Because when we are just hustling, you're trying to survive, you even forget what whatever lies in your heart, all those dreams, you forget them, you're toiling. But when we have hope, hope is that thing that says, you know what, I might be going through, or I might be living this part of my life, everything comes in season. I know the next season will be a season where I fulfill my dreams. It's not impossible. And because we believe, remember I said all things are possible to him who believes. When we hold on to that, to say, I believe, I have faith. So whatever that I hope in, and whatever that I'm holding on to, it has to, something has to give at some point. We have to get to another side, guys. There has to be a light somewhere for us, right? So that hope is very crucial. Hope helps us not to give up on our dreams, not to give up on ourselves, right? Some people even forgot, somebody said something very important. It's like, we're so stuck in the grind that we even forget ourselves. When you don't know, you forget yourselves. We can be so secure in self-knowledge, but when you're going through life, you find yourself just drifting with everything, because where you're like, what is my identity? We forget our identity. And I spoke about that again last week. I said, we have to know, we have to have a very, we have to be firm in our identity. We have to have that strong anchor and know whose we are and whom we are, in order for us to conquer, to hold life at its horns, or whatever. I don't know how to say that, right? But identity is very important. When we know whose we are, why we're here, we have a purpose and whose we are, then navigating life will be a little bit easier and clearer. When you don't know who you are, today's case, Sarah, you don't know who you are. There's nothing that you're holding on to. Everything goes. I don't know how people live like that. But I mean, circumstances can do that. When life happens, life can be happening. And then you even lose your identity in the midst of all of that. I'll just make a small example. I'm not going to talk long because I know my pastor has a beautiful message for us. I don't want to just, talk too long, but I'll just mention something very short. I remember I was watching a documentary, right? And this documentary was about women who go through abuse and blah, 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 blah. And they were talking about identity, that people go into relationships knowing very secure self-knowledge, they're securing themselves. But when you are in a relationship with a narcissist or somebody who's whatever, they erode you of who you think you are. You end up being this person who you're so confused. You don't know, you don't have identity anymore. You don't have dreams now. You're daran daran, basically. That's my term. You don't have that sense of security in whom you are. You don't even know, right? You lose the sense of your identity. And that's what life can do. When you go through trauma, which most of people go through, whether it's career trauma, whether it's whatever you had hopes and dreams, trauma, financial trauma, whatever it is, sometimes we can lose ourselves in those things. We can actually lose ourselves in those things. So it's important to know who we are, whose we are, and what is our anchor, right? So for me, like I quoted, I'm like, for me, I will quote what I know, right? And I quoted the good book, and I said, hope for us is not something wishy-washy. It's a confidence in our expectation. Yeah, that longing for the promises that we're waiting for, that assurance that those promises will surely come to pass, everything will be fulfilled. That is what hope is for us. It's not something wishy-washy. And I believe that because of all of us that are here, we invested ourselves in everything that we're doing here. Our hope, if we don't have that hope, then we're going to have to build our hope muscles. We're going to have to question ourselves, like, where am I feeling hopeless? What is it? Where am I now? Where am I? Am I anchored in hope? Am I anchored in all these things that we mentioned, which is faith, trust, loyalty, and this hope? Is that part of what anchors me? Right? So we can't give up hope, guys. You can't give up hope in anything, whether it's our dreams, whether, I know all of us here, we have dreams, we have so many things that we want for our lives and how we want to see our lives, whether it's for our loved ones, we're wishing things for our loved ones or whatever. We all have hope that it will be fulfilled, but we have to have something to anchor ourselves on. And we spoke about those things. We said faith, trust, loyalty, hope is one of them. So we have to really balance ourselves and check, are we stable here? Are we sitting in this thing? Are we sitting in hope? And is the way that I'm hoping is not the wishy-washy one. It's the hope knowing that I'm confident in what I'm waiting for. Even if it tarries, but it will surely come to pass. Am I confident in that? Am I not waking up tomorrow and thinking, oh, maybe it won't? Am I confident that it will surely come to pass, even if it tarries? Am I confident in that? And that is our anchor, guys. Even in this, I said last time that the dream of unpassive is way too big to give up on, because it's not only about ourselves. It's way too big to give up on. It's a very strong vision. It's not even about us. It's way too big to give up on. We are here hooked to it because we know that we are here for something bigger. Our lives are for something bigger and something greater. Our lives are for something bigger and something. That's why we're hooked onto this dream, hooked on into this vision, because we know that we're here to do something big. We cannot just be here and not leave footprints that are recognizable, that we cannot see from the moon. We're all here to leave very, very a big mark on this planet, right? So that's why we're here. We all have something big, to give to this world, to give to humanity. That's why we're hooked to this. So all these things that I mentioned, let's balance ourselves and check where we are lacking so we can build those muscles, our faith muscles, our hope muscles, our loyalty, our trust. We really have to anchor ourselves in that. I love you guys. In case somebody didn't tell you, I love you so much. And thank you for this opportunity to talk. Thank you.
Thank you, sis. Thank you very much. I'm telling you, hope is our anchor. Hope is that we hang on to. Like our sister said, I forgot to remind people to have their pen and paper. I hope you did. We don't have to say this all the time, because sometimes when you listen to this and you enjoy it, you have to write some things down so that you will remember. All right. Well, the good thing is that this is being recorded, so you can always go back and listen. But like as our sister said, faith, hope, and belief, they go hand in hand. When you have faith in something and you hope that is going to happen and you believe it, it will come to pass. So hope is that which is holding us or giving us the strength to stand strong through every challenge, difficulty, problems or whatever. Hope is that which gives us the strength to rise above it. So thank you very much, sis. Thank you very much.
I appreciate you. I don't know about you guys, but I'm holding on to it. All right. Moving forward. Do you guys know who is gonna be our guest speaker today? You know what? I probably forgot. Forgot because it's been a while. It's been a while. He's just staying in the background. And I am so excited to have him today. It is no one else but our very own Pastor Paul 360 degrees. You know, he's come to talk to us about, while we wait. Maybe it's a secret that he's had all this time that he's been waiting and quiet. He wants to share that with us. We're all looking forward to it, Pastor Paul. I am so happy to have you today. Answer your name, oh. Answer your name, oh. Answer your name, oh. Pastor Paul, are you in the house? Another challenge you. Another challenge you. Another challenge you. Another challenge you. All right. Answer your name.
All right, all right. Thank you, Sister Ama. Henry, and very, very grateful and happy to be here live. Not only being here, but to talk to us today again, and on a very serious and timely topic. And I wish I am a good songwriter. Would have been talking, would have made this presentation with only song. And unfortunate enough, there was no time for me to contract Sister Lerato to compose a song with this topic while we wait. And then we will just come together like this and we will just start like from the beginning to the end. Your own is just be listening and be clapping your hand for singing, and you will be fine. So thank you once again. I hope I'm audible enough.
Yes.
Are you loud and clear? Yes, yes.
All right, all right. So I want to appreciate Sister Loreto for the beautiful conversation on hope and faith. They are two variables that must be deployed to enjoy everything in life, every aspect of your life. Without hope, without faith, you are nothing and you amount to nothing. And then to the host, the one, the mama that has been keeping this dream live every day, every time. And our dancing coordinator, Dr. Derek, is always there, 247. And every other moderators and all of you who have been missing us, even Sister Mary Pande has been doing a wonderful job all along. Thank you very much. And a very quick one before Dr. Pat will start accusing me of 1 hour or 2 hours. So let me be very quick so that I can finish in time and work with time. And nevertheless, nobody give me time. So I will try as much as possible to work within the scope of better assimilation from the audience. Now, this is this topic is not something that has time per se, but I can tell you authoritatively and knowledge-wise that it is just an act of nation that this particular topic has not been part of every inclusive meetings for the past 6 years, because it is as important as any other things that we have been talking about. Because if if this while we wait has been integrated into every module of our presentation, guess what would have happened? There are people that are those that have died that wouldn't have died. There are those that are in the hospital now that wouldn't have been in the hospital because, like we have been talking about mindset to keep our mind. But There are so many elements that are not part of that are part of this topic, that are not part of all of those things that we are talking about. So therefore, it makes it has really caused a lot of damages. And apart from the so I'm going to be looking at this while we wait on a different topical areas, and then we are going to really know at the end that this should have been part of our presentation all along, and a lot of troubles, a lot of damages, a lot of demoralizations, a lot of sicknesses, a lot of unnecessary and avoidable expectation would have been minimized. And nevertheless, no time is late. We are still going to manage to see how much we can cope with how we went while we wait. And remember that grammatically, there are different ways where some people can still misconcept while we wait to while waiting. Now, there are two different things. While we wait, is what is expected of you while you are hoping for something. And then you know that in the issues of life, like our God is a principle God. A lot of people want to use one variable to cajole God to answer them in every other front without being mindful of others. But God cannot be changed. God can never change his ways. You cannot be, if you like, pray until heaven touch the ground. Prayer is a variable. And there are so many other ones. Pray, pray, pray. Without wisdom, you can't get what wisdom will deliver from prayer. You can't get what hope will deliver from prayer. You can't get what faith will deliver. And that is why the while we wait should have been integrated, and it will take care of a lot of things. Now, while we wait, what is expected of you while we wait? The day I joined on passive in July 2020, and as at the July 2020, that I was just coming in, there's a lot of vibration, there's a lot of heat. So somebody that who registered me, what is the heat all about? Hey, I'm passing with launching in August. I'm passing with launching in August. That is August 2020. That is in less than a month that I entered. Then they were dragging for somebody, if the sister in South Africa was causing a lot of crisis. Why do you do that? Why do you But today, do you know what? For the past 3 years now, those that were fighting in 2020, because the passing would launch in August, in July 2020, they were nowhere to be found in anything that has to do with passing for the past 3 or 4 years. Only because there is no better knowledge of why we wait. Now, while we wait, I want to start by knowledge, understanding, and wisdom. Now, what is expected of you while waiting in terms of knowledge base, knowledge wise, understanding, and then wisdom? Now, let's get something very clear here. How much you know can really interfere with your characters, with your manifestations, with your exhibitions, with whatever you do while waiting. And if your knowledge is not measured up to the standard, that there's going to be a lot of conflict between the families, between those waiting, between the 1.4 million waiters. That is all knowledge, because as long as they are expected a universal standard of amount of information that you are supposed to have from different backgrounds, that will project you, that will make you a better person in the mix of others. Because all of us were coming from different backgrounds, culturally, religiously, traditionally, environmentally, and a lot of others. And as we are coming from different places, we're coming with a different amount of knowledge and understanding. Now, what is understanding, by the way? The accurate interpretation of facts. If you don't have the knowledge, enough knowledge of fact, how can you give a better interpretation to that fact? So on passive today, after 6 years, if you sample the opinion of the 1.4 million of the founders, I bet you will nearly get 1 million different interpretation to where we are now. to what the opposite represent now. That is the product of knowledge and understanding. So when we wait, there should have been better, a well-grounded communications of what is expected by all of us, and then a lot of things that is happening over the years would have been curtailed. Now, you see that a lot of the people are crying more than they believe. Who is the bereaved here in our passive? Ash Mufareh is the bereaved. But you cannot find somebody who paid only $97 owing one funding position, now lamenting more than the CEO, Mr. Ash Mufareh, because there was no better and way on talking on why we wait, on what is expected of every single founding members in our passive. That is knowledge. That is understanding. Now, what about wisdom? How do you apply your knowledge, the knowledge you have? How do you apply the understanding you have? The correct application is where wisdom comes on board. Now, somebody is still busy while others are already lambasting and saying a lot of nasty things. But some other ones are still spending their money, paying for subscription of Zoom and all of that monthly, still talking about the same thing, and all of them are the same people. All of them are founding position. I mean, all of them are founding members. All of them have the same title in the same objective. What is making the difference? Wisdom, knowledge, understanding. But then, at the end of the day, is because we are not well taught on what is expected of us while we are waiting. Because meanwhile, to so many people, the journey was not supposed to be far like this. Now, it happened to 10 virgins in the Bible. What happened? It's at the time they left their various houses going to wait for the bride. Nobody told them that it would take longer time for the bride to come. But knowledge, a better wisdom demand that you must make provision in case of
Okay, see
Just
fruit.
bear with him. Must be internet. We know our brothers in Africa. Okay, he's back. Go ahead, Pastor Paul.
no. Where do we stop?
We're talking about the 10
All right. So what am I saying? The case, the scenario with the 10 virgins in the Bible is what is playing out in the Ompasi family among the 1.4 million people. Because some of us, we did not know that we are supposed to be this long. So there was no extra oil. And those without extra oil, what happened? All their frustration are being channel to what to opposite. But ideally, it was not supposed to be, because they're supposed to know that to every business, to everything, there are different factors. But then leaders did not see reasons to talk much on why waiting right from the beginning. And that, in view of that, it has put everybody, even the leaders themselves, in the position of guilt, where they were not supposed to be guilty. They are now guilty because of what they're supposed to do, and they did not do. Now let's talk about why we wait. The position of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. What do I say? It is the lack of a proper understanding of what is expected of us that makes us to be victim of a lot of things. And I'm going to tell you what that we are guilty of because of the inadequate knowledge of what is expected of us while waiting. Now let's look at the psychology. What is the psychological effect of while waiting? No, a lot. Dr. Derek is an expert, and a lot of other presenters, and Sister Lerato has done a lot in terms of the psychological equipment of while waiting. But then, how many of the founders are privileged to be part of such weekly presentation that should have changed their psychological build-up position as regarding why we wait. They don't have a lot. Doesn't have the time, doesn't have the patience. Some doesn't even have the resources, the data to be part of it. Some doesn't, a lot doesn't have the internet connectivity. A lot doesn't have, there's a lot of things that has prevented those that needed this while we wait, what is expected of us. Those that need them most are not privileged. And those of us that are privileged to be part of the weekly orientations that is even 50% doing the job of what the topic we are looking at today, we don't have issues, irrespective of our resources channel so far. I can tell you for free that as I stand here, apart from the financial injection to all parties, the other resources since 2020 in July, if I tell you, a lot of people would think that I am the owner of all parties because of what investment. And despite all that, because of a better understanding of why we wait, I cannot put up my frustration anywhere, whether publicly, whether privately, whether I cannot. Dr. Park now cannot put up any frustration now because she's well grounded on expectation of why we wait psychologically. So what is happening? But everybody, a man is a product of his knowledge. So the amount of knowledge you have will always decide how you coordinate yourself, how you behave, and how you do things publicly. So the psychology of a lot of people, the majority, absolute majority of both founders and affiliates does not really match with the required psychology of what it takes to control themselves, to coordinate themselves, to believe that whatever happens is part of a business and it has been part of every existing businesses. That there is no business of a global standard that has come to stay, that has not undergone what oppressive is undergoing. They lack the wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding to get that registered in their psychology. And why it would have been taught, it would have been a point of emphasis during all the days of our webinars all over the world. Now, guess what? We might be looking at it that it's only the common people that are being affected by why we wait. But guess what? It is even the top of the top of the toppest are affected. Where are they today? Where are all of us online today? Then, because while we wait, we were not really equipped with expectation, with the knowledge, the better information on how we wait. Now, let's move to socially. Do you know what? Some other individuals that were granted with 9 to 5, they assume that those without 9 to 5 job should go out there and be begging to the street before they eat. That is lack of information on how we wait socially. They don't know how to communicate to people. So because of the selfishness and the individual, the lack of knowledge, the lack of understanding, and then because of their drive to lobby for recognition from whosoever they thought to become prominent in the system, they do what? They begin to go on the path of image damaging, character assassinations. And because of what? Because they don't know what they are doing. If they had known that, they would have known that Passive is a family of an adult, not of children. When we were coming to Passive in 2020, the policy, the terms and conditions, exactly spelled out that if you're under 18, don't go for founding positions. And by implication, anybody that is an adult is already qualified to take any decision and any choice to make any choice in life. And also liable for what? For the consequences. But you see, somebody out of trying to play a good man, a good woman, trying to gag others that, okay, look at Dr. Pat, before now or whatever, whether I am just knowing Dr. Pat for the last 2 months and that. I can know Dr. Pat for the last 2 months, and then we have better relationship than somebody that I grew up with in the last 30 years. Doesn't matter. Now we became tied, became friends, and then what is good for me should be good for her, and then coming together to interact business-wise, those individuals that lack the knowledge, that lack the understanding of why we wait on the social phenomenon, on the social interaction, began to want to look at our relationship and which wanting us, thinking that they want to be better persons. But let me tell you, that will never make anybody a better person because time will tell, time will expose everything. And I used to tell those sales people several times, and look at you, you are trying to buy a sentiment of somebody, of CEO, of whoever. But guess what? At the end of the day, you will see that you have not made anything. Because the reason why we are here, the reason why we have time to label others, the reason why we have time to spoil another person, to make ourselves so, prominent in the eyes of somebody is because we are still waiting. By the time business starts, everybody will disappear to the thin air. When do we disappear to? We disappear to our businesses. The only friend, the only person that will be our friends then is our OES, is our ecosystem. Because Compassy will not change their own policy, their own standard, their own rule for any single individuals. So at that point, who will become the friend? You guys that there are some people that are not even among the 1.4 that will come from nowhere and become the best friend of our CEO because of their performance. Because that is the parameter required. Because that is the business to get about the humanity, but because whatever is the humanity aspect of it is just an a lot of things is going on because of the lack of information on how we work. But basically, the one that is more of image damaging is on the social aspect of the requirement. Because when Sister Lerato goes out there and forming a clique and start monitoring Pastor Paul, that Pastor Paul, because maybe Pastor Paul is not on the 9 to 5 job, he's not getting enough money that is taking care of him monthly, and then he's already online. Because it's not for online, it's not for other side business that people are looking for to complement whatever they are making at a particular time. How did they get to Compassy? How did they come to Compassy? It's not passive a physical business. It's not passive a 9 to 5 business. The answer is no. It's not a 9 to 5 job. It is the search for an alternative source of income that brought all of us together. And now while we are waiting, and the search also must continue because you must meet up with your responsibility to be significant, even in your immediate family. Because what happened? There's a popular saying that life, you cannot be responsible. Life, there is not authority, is not efficient in the hands of the irresponsible. If you are not responsible, nobody will respect you. Even your wife will not, your children will not. And then what makes you responsible? Meeting the needs. And how can you meet the need without the resources? How can you get the resources without engaging in your daily search to get your means? But when you do that, those socially ill individuals among us decide to make it, to create artificial image laundering. And then they want to be good people. But at the end of the day, they will be disappointed because when our waiting is over, the difference will be very clear. We will know who is passionate about the unpassive. And that is when a lot of them, even if not at the point, we were all there before, and we know all our position even before the end in 2022. But one way or the other, but time will tell. So I want us to know that while we wait, has a lot of communication issue, character issues, and all of that in different dimensions, in different fronts. And these are where I am talking about one by one, in the knowledge, understanding, wisdom, now the psychology, and then the socially, about the economical. About the economical. Economically, that is why we are. That is what we are. To taking care of our finances. How do we get enough money to take care of our daily needs? How do we take about what is our means of production? What is our source of livelihood? So all these things lead us to the economy. Now, while you wait, you need to engage yourself in other economic activities that will sustain you and your family. But a lot did not. They lack such information. They lack such orientation while waiting. That is why I told us that while waiting should have been a common module in all the presentation across Compassive family all over the world. Then at times that would have happened. Guess what? Nobody would have been wandering and lamenting from pillar to pole all over the places about Compassive, because the highest person that is bearing the heat of all these things that we thought is a failure, the highest person is Mr. Ash Mufareh. But God has created him for this purpose. And that is why he was kept. So I used to tell people that you should be grateful that you still have the hope, like Sister Lerato was talking about hope. You still have the hope. The opposite, they see our CEO is still giving us that it's much on ground, everything is in order. He has made up his mind. Failure is not an option. He has enough. In the last outing on the 27th of February that we just finished, what did he say? He said, by standards, by global standards, by character-wise, by what happened around, he can quickly say, yes, that is not, it's not my fault. Walk away. And no matter how you're angry, by the time you dig, and get the whole details of the information, you will say, oh, fine, it's not his fault. He has tried his best. But because he was created for this purpose, and God is backing him because of our collective prayer, because of our collective always praying for him, irrespective of our religion. Because of that, God said, no matter what is happening, go ahead. Go. I am with you. That is why we still have mouth to talk. That's why those that lack the information on why waiting, they are still grumbling. You and your grumbling would have disappeared to the thin air for some time now, and then it will be off from our memory. Let's just be grateful to God. But still, aside that, the knowledge on why we wait is very, very significant, because it is not with respect to only Compassive, but everything about your life. Patience is key. And those characters are key, those variables. You can't deal without them in your issues of life, in every journeys of your life. The things we are hearing, the lectures, the information, the mindset, all that. Some people thought that it is for only Compassive. So, and that is why, because they felt that there's nothing to come over to stress to keep their time for passing the fed, because of this, there's no need to come for old dream on Sunday. There's no need to come for deep dive on the Thursday. There's no need to come for anything, because after all, because it was formed. But those that are reasonable, those that are wise, are getting enough thing that is helping them, that is improving them, improving their life in everything they are doing all over the places. So we need, while we are waiting, we need any other thing that we are doing, because until we realize, until we know that it is not everybody that are living on 9 to 5, we will never stop witch hunting anybody that is doing any other business. But until we realize, but that is it is because we have been, those ones have been online. That was why they took the risk of coming into Compassive, and that is why they took the risk of investing their life, labor, capital, in intellect, and everything into Compassive, because it is not easy. It is not everybody. I wonder, even right in Nigeria here, while I was moving all over the places, going on a journey of 10 hours, traveling 10 hours on the road to go and run a physical seminar for all passive in a place that did not even have any single person in my team. You see, such people, they will never see any reason to do anything like that. They might even see to fail. But at the end of the day, when things become life, those are the people that will still be trading socially and saying so many things and looking for prominence and looking for position and looking for other things. It is an error. And that error emanated from the shortage or lack of knowledge of why we wait and what to do and what not to do. Now, what about emotional expectations? Like we said, what are you expecting? It is your expectation that will determine your behavior while waiting. And then if your expectation is not in line, your what you do, your characters, your manifestation will always be wrong while you are waiting. Now there's a lot of us because of what they're expecting. They expected that if a passive start, everything about money will be bye for the next for right from the first second. Is it a magic? It's not magic. It's not magic. For the fact that we have had a lot does not place on passive on the magical position, but it has to still undergo the processes of business development. That is where we say, the building, the incubated stages down to what, even when it comes out and the business starts, you don't expect that everything starts the same day. If you meet some individuals, founders, they will tell you that from the one, they will start riding on the private jet. They will flood the whole road with big cars. They will do that, they will do that. Now, because of lack of information on knowledge or wisdom on why we wait, know where those people, the level those people are now, they are now a complete welfare product. They themselves now, they are product of welfare. Because they are still very strong. They have hands, they have legs, they are strong, they can do anything, but because depending on wrong emotional view, wrong expectation has placed them on the welfare product. So they always look for welfare. Now, because why? You ask the question, they'll say, unpassive is all I have. Unpassive is all I've been waiting for. Now that it has delayed, nothing again, this and that. So if their children headache, if their children, they'll call Pastor Paul. Pastor Paul, what is happening? If anybody cough, they'll call Pastor Paul. Can we get anything? Why? They know clearly that those things they are requesting for is out of the scope of our welfare system. They will still call you. They will still send you messages. They will still bombard you. Why? Because of wrong expectation, for lack of what is even expected of them while we wait. It is now telling on their economy. And so different people with different deficits in terms of the requirement while we wait. Some has problem. Those that are already okay, maybe 9 to 5 people, they all their own their social perspective. They want other person and they want everybody to be this, that, and that. Then what about those with wrong that have placed all their emphasis, all their expectation on not passing, carry every family on everything, as if they are the one building the company, as if they are the owner of the company. Those are the people that I call those that are crying more than they believe. So those now, today, such people are now the product of welfare because economically they lack what is expected of them while they wait since 6 years ago, some 5 years ago, some 4 years ago. So whose fault is this? Though all what we are doing, we are not obligated to do it. It's out of human sympathy and the cultural orientation that we have, the feeling for humanity. So, but fortunately or unfortunately, we miss out on regular orientation on what is expected of every single founder while we wait. right from the beginning. And it is not telling on us heavily now. It has led to death. It has led to a handcuff among us. It has led to excessive castigation. It has even led to some behaving as if they are mad people. Because of what? Because of wrong view, because of lack of what it takes. Why they wait? Now, and what about environmental or geographical experience? Sister Lerato is out there in Germany. Tomorrow now, you see him arranging a podium in France. And then and you want to launch music and she's making money. And then somebody is right here in Nigeria who all he has is all passive. And then non passive have not started. And then the person is languishing, is lamenting, is complaining, is murmuring every day. And then Sister Lerato that is moving from France to Australia, to France, to Austria, to everywhere that is cashing out. And she's now complaining about those in Nigeria that all they have, they are managing to feed themselves. Why? Because they're supposed not to do anything because they are already non-passive as founder and this and that. That is what is happening. So, but we just have to. So the error is on everybody. There is nobody that is not guilty on the issues, on the lack of knowledge of what to, because if you like, call anybody to me, not here, but anyway. Now chat me and mention anybody, and I will tell you his own guilt for lack of information on why we wait. From the top to bottom, all of us are guilty. But our guilt varies. Your own might be social, my own might be economical, another person might be psychological, another person might be emotional, another person might be environmental. And so we should know that we have differences. So when we are waiting, your own input, where you are, also determine your manifestation as regard to why we wait. So because they are over 60 or over 70 years, they don't need anything because of a well-coordinated social system. All they need, they're there. They have the government is paying them some amount of money every month to take care of themselves because they are senior citizens. And then there are those that are just under 18, and then they are still looking for job. They don't have job, so the government has some welfare system paid for them, so they cannot go on. But now you have their mates in other parts of the world that they are on their own, when they have to go and look for something, or else they will die of hunger. A young, promising citizen. Then, because you are in a place, a privileged place, and then you are now, because of your own condition, you are fine. You think that you can stay without anything, and then the other person at the other part of the world should stay the way you stay without looking for something. That is the wrong view and the wrong information on the ground that environment and geography affect our what what we are supposed to do, our roles while waiting, our activities while waiting. So our activities are not the same because where we stay, our privileges are not the same, our environment are not the same, and so nothing can be the same. So until we get that very clearly on our eyes, on our psyche, we can never behave normal. And that is why you see some adult men, they're gathering up and talking about the other persons that has even sacrificed so much. Nothing have to get some out of the way because of lack of knowledge on how we wait, what is expected. Because it was not taught, about from the beginning. But we thank God that with all this, God will be helping us. We'll be getting adjusted to adjusting or whatever, just to eat daily, day in and day out, and time, and God will help us so that at the end of the day, when the business is set, everybody can, our relationship will not be destroyed. We'll continue. We need to, as a family that we look at, we envision from the very beginning. That is how it will be at the end. Because God will help us to really understand that why a lot of things are involved, why we are waiting. And this waiting is compulsory. It is natural. It is meant to, because we have not, if you say it is not, tell me how many company you were part of from the construction part to the time, and then for you to justify the position. And if you mention one global one, you will know that you are wrong. So if it is part of every existing company, then then seeing it in our own company should not be something that look like it is an error, or that look like it has never happened. So all we need is a better knowledge and information on what to do while we wait, and all of us will be fine. And let us go great always and work with all what we have been hearing every day on mindset, because everything, whether man or woman, we are all product of our mind, of what is contained in our mind. Because the Bible says, because out of the abundance of our heart, everything that we do, everything that we say, comes out of what is in us. We can pretend to say, no, this one is just a joke. I did not mean it. All these are not true. They are not true. The real thing is that it is in you, it's coming out of you. So, but when you know that it is wrong, you can cover up by saying it is not. But by the way, we pray that let's always furnish ourselves with what we should do, who we should be, how we should coordinate ourselves, how we should live among others, the eyes, the way we relate with others, the way we view others while we are waiting, because we are all waiting. You are not the only one waiting. We are coming from different backgrounds, financially, socially, economically, psychologically, emotionally. So in that regard, don't expect everybody to be like you, because we can never be the same. So what I am doing, forget about Pastor, whatever Pastor for 360 degrees is doing, as long as it did not impede on the terms and conditions of one person, don't look at me and don't talk about me. And so also to every other person. So if we can do that, everything will be fine. And then there will be no room for anybody looking for, even if you are looking for favor, don't destroy any other person for you to get favor of anybody. Because at the end of the day, you will be destroyed. You that is destroying any other person to get prominence, you'll be destroyed. That is the law of karma. So don't want Dr. Pat to write query to me. Maybe she's typing query now for spending too much time. And I don't want the query to be long. So let me just stop here. And by the grace of God, if time permits us, we'll continue with part 2 of While We Wait. And next time, God bless everyone for listening to this presentation.
God bless you, son. God bless you.
Cool. Thank you. Thank you so much, Pastor Paul. 360 degree. You know what? It is rather unfortunate that there are only 42 of us here. Think this is quite good, and I wish we had more people here to listen to this. And they are not. They are not. But I'm hoping that the 42 will be the 42 disciples to go out and preach what we just heard. That was really, really, really an eye opener. And I know everyone was listening, and everyone probably understood it a different way. But the way I understood it is that knowledge, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is needed in every aspect of our lives. In everything that we do, how we live, how we interact, how we plan, how we do our work, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is needed. We have to employ that in everything that we do. Um, and so in this unpassive, some were equipped, others were not quite equipped. Starting right from the leadership to just us founders. And he actually kind of like likened us to the 10 virgins in the Bible, when others had their lamps and extra oil and others didn't. And so when they waited longer than expected for the groom, those that were not ready, were not equipped with this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, they found themselves lacking, because when the groom delayed, their lamps ran out of oil. And then they had to go out to go look for oil. And when they came back, they were locked out. Well, that is just to say that we need to be prepared while we wait. We need to employ this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. We need to be prepared psychologically, socially, economically, emotionally, physically, while we wait, because we don't know how long it will take. Sometimes things may come easy and quick, and others are delayed and challenging, and you have to go through a rocky road or whatever. Um, but that is a learning experience here. But like he said, you know who is suffering more? He probably was equipped, but because he is the head, they said, the uneasy lies the head that carries the crown. Our CEO is the one that is actually feeling this more than us all. But there is hope, because he himself said it, that I will do it or die. I will do it or die. Failure is not an option. So we still have that hope, that our sister talked about it this morning. Do you see how these things are coming together? Is this not a prophecy that is just being, wait, I don't know. Because see how things are coming. When she started, she said, oh, Sister Erin said this, she was just talking my talk. And then she said it. And now we see how all of this is linked to while we wait. All right, I'm not going to go continue talking. Pastor Paul should have linked this because he's the pastor. But yes, that is it. That is a prophecy that has been confirmed, people. So do not give up. Hang to that hope. Hang on to that hope, and we will have a better tomorrow. So thank you very much. I know that a lot of people have questions for Pastor Paul. There were hands that went up and then went back down. Maybe whatever the person wanted to ask, he clarified it in the long talking. But I know that there are many people who will have something to ask Pastor Paul. But as you're getting yourself ready for that, let's check with our updates team if they have anything for us. So, Dr. D, answer your name. Do we have any update? Mhm.
All right. Thank you very much, Queen Irene. As I always say, the mindset is always very, very important. So thank you very much, Queen Lerato Shadare, for that mindset. And of course, uh, King Paul 360 degrees. I do thank you for that presentation. While we wait, all right, while we wait, because you have to be patient to wait and all of that. So thank you very much, King Pastor Paul 360 degrees. Just to before we get into the updates, because yes, we did have our wonderful, illustrious man with a heart, Sir Ash Mufareh, that he did came on a program on the 27th, which was, I think, that was Thursday. So before we get into it, I am looking for Queen Kanla. Queen Kanla, where art thou? Are you in the midst?
On the road.
On the road. Okay. All right. Sorry to hear. Okay, so let me get into our updates. And I do thank you all very much for your patience. And what happened here? Holy Spirit. Okay. All right. Oh mercy. This don't look good here. Oh. All right. So I need to do this. And all right. Okay. Wonderful, wonderful. Are we all seeing the screen here?
Yes.
All right, wonderful. Good to hear, wonderful to know. All right, so we do have our updates, and for today, where's my all right, so as I said, February the 27th, I think that was Thursday, 2025. We haven't talked about business in a while. A lot has changed. A lot has changed. And so if you don't think that a lot have changed, yes, a lot has changed. Right? I tell you what's better now. We are more aware. We are more educated. We are more cautious. We are more connected. We are with a better team, and we have learned a bit. And 2024 history will witness to all of that. All right. And 2024 will witness to all of that. So I want to clarify something. If I have quit or seen difficulties moving forward, I had the best opportunity a while ago to say, you know what? It's not in my hands. One, two, three, look what happened to me. I'm a victim. And that's true, right? Have a good life. Go figure it out. Because listen, um, it's not really on him. He did everything possible to 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 do things properly. He did things properly for us as ambassadors. He did things properly for the persons who were employed, um, and all of that. He did things properly, and yet still people went and stabbed him in the back, so to speak. All right, and tearing him down when he's trying to build up the same people who is building up. The same people is trying to tear him down, or actually has tear him down. But I don't change, and in fact I show up even stronger every day around the clock. So in spite of what has happened back in 2024, Ash Mufareh, yes, is still showing up. I only had to work harder, and that's what he's doing. He's working harder to bring everything back on stream. But it's going to take a little while, of course. No, because there are so many open battlefields. Got to take care of them in the background. But that's not what's going to make up our future or what matters or what's going to make our success. This is a good lesson in life. It's good training, but what matters more is how do we go forward from here. So we are in a better position today than ever. Moving forward, here's those two words again, for so many reasons. So he's not jumping ship, he's not chopping off, he's not stopping, he's moving forward. Let us understand. It might not be as quickly as you want it to be, but then hey, have you ever did anything like this? I am sure not. We are going to talk about all of that soon, all the problems and all the situation and who was doing what and who wasn't doing what, etc., etc. And the biggest highlights, it gave us a bigger, stronger drive, more motivated in a few things. One, how slippery it is and muddy out there. Look around. Change is not going to come from anyone. Two, people in power, sadly, more in it for some personal advantage. And that's another reason to realize and see how greed and people in power are teaming up. And guess what? They are not working for you and I. Three, I get some feedback when people are kind of like messing around with some little programs here and there just to make some peanuts. And the feedback is like, ain't working. It's all garbage. It's just all nonsense. And the articulation of all those things is simply made up just to profit a few people. Most often, it's like for one individual. So, plus, we have realized how good it was and how great and wonderful our vision that has been attacked on all fronts. That made us more determined. What a beautiful thing. It's that good that all the evil want to attack it. So for all those reasons, we are in a much stronger spirit than ever because of the value of what we are doing. And of course, the ability has increased, positively. But in conclusion, we are not just there. We are not sitting idle. We are more confident that we are going to bring you things better than you think. Let me read that again. We are not sitting idle. We are more confident that we are going to bring you things better than you think. I can tell you that now directly, and it is what's supposed to happen a while ago. Unfortunately, some corruption happened, but don't worry. Don't worry. I'll tell you all the names, all that who you guess. Quite possible it's yes. You are right. I had a massive dream, ambition was nothing for me. Should make a good impact all over the globe. That's what it is all about. Making an impact all over the globe. We are not going to obviously put out details at this time. We did that previously. We didn't, it did, and it didn't work out good. And I believe, we are approaching a stage where we are not going to talk in codes anymore or clues. We are just going to tell you the way it is. We are going to say 1, 2, 3 is behind us. Now, moving forward, that's what matters. Moving forward is what you want to focus on. And I can tell you how is it. I can see that how it's going to be because I have the ground, the foundation. I know where we are going. We are going to have a platform. We are going to have technology. We are going to have technology that will improve your life and your today's activities experience. Whether you want to connect or sell or make money or socialize or learn or all that, we are going to give you practical, effective tool to just achieve that. There's no cap for what you can achieve. The name of the game is unlimited. It's going to be unlimited in every possible way. So, of course, we are going to expect some more qualifications so we don't get the tire kickers in the way. But we are going to have serious people with us. We are going to have qualified, real people again. We are going to be a real company, real product, real impact, of course, driven by real leaders and real people. I tell you what, you never start from zero again or from nothing when you get shut down. You're not going to, you have not got a lot of experience packed, and you have got a lot of experience packed, and you have learned a bit. So there's no way you would start at the same level or ability. We have got the knowledge. We have got the resources. We have got the network. We have got the capital, if you wish. We have got, of course, the determination, the heart. Anything you want, bring the support from you. We have got the massive, deep need for such a thing. So we have every reason for success. and we have so many reasons to beat evil and destroy the success haters. We have got all the tools. We have got the visual. We have got the voice. We have got the experience. People know that they could tell if you're in it or yourself, or to scoop as much as you can from them, or they are in it to help themselves. They could tell. They know. People sense energy, especially if you meet a person or a visual. That is not difficult to read. I say we are in an era where ignorance is a choice. It's so easy to learn and find out the truth. We are here. We will continue to fight. Absolutely. We have lost a couple of small battles here and there, but I tell you what, we have expanded the war. And we are going to make some noise in a positive way. Please keep everyone sick in our prayers constantly, and keep them in your thoughts, like Edgar, Cindy, Bill, Pat, Sherry as well. There are a few people that hopefully everything will be fine. And this is life. Life is tough sometimes. Health is something you cannot replace. Let me say that again. Health is something you cannot replace. I hope everybody will be healthy and well. So I learn that, so I leave that to you. You're the best at it, and I love you for doing it. You care, you show a connection, and we are here. I am listening. I listen as much as I can. Today, I happen to be listening. We are better, far better. I approach you all. I appreciate you all. Sorry. I appreciate you all. It goes without saying that you're all committed. Till next time, stay around. And so, buckle up. This is how we do it, as we are on Perseverance. Peace, blessings, and enough, holy, plenty, a lot of love. Over to you, Queen Irene.
Wow. 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 That was so heartwarming. Do you see how everyone is quiet and they were just listening? Look, this is like my best webinar day today after a very long time. Thank you very much, Dr. T. So some of us were not privileged to be in that webinar. Believe it was via YouTube, but now we feel so much like we were there present, except that we just don't hear our CEO's voice, which has been a long time. Somebody needs to tell him to come to us again. Thank you very much, Dr. Derek and the team. Wow, that was it. That was good update. That was hope. Hold on to it, people. Hope once more. Hold on to it. Hang on to it. Don't give up. Hey, and those who are sick, please just tell sickness to stay on the side, okay? Or to go away. And hold on to this hope. Hang on, because better days are coming. Thank you very much, update team. I always tell you this is my bestest item on the agenda. I love it. All right. Okay. I'm sure there are people that heard this and they're probably saying, we have questions, we need some clarifications, including what Pastor Paul, where's Pastor Paul? Pastor Paul 360 already had for us. So it is not going to be time for questions and discussions. All your comments, all your questions, whatever that you want, just pour it out today. It's a good day. It's a good day. All right. Dr. Benny and team, over to you.
Whoa.
Yes.
Greetings. Happy Sunday. Happy new month. To my queens and kings around the globe, I really, really appreciate each and everyone joining this astonishing dream team. I want to thank you all because we do know that there are a lot of webinars out there, right? But you guys decided to come and attend just to listen to Pastor Paul and our queen, Lerato. As well as the most important thing, as Queen Irene always say, the bestest. That's the update of what transpired on the 27th. A lot of our brand ambassadors have been talking, getting mad. But the 27th said something. As you said, you're sorry that a lot of people did not show up just to come and listen. But I know that behind, they'll be mad, say, oh, where's our CEO? And all whatnot. Anyway, thank you all. Before I proceed, I want to, let me just allow Queen Yvonne Finn to introduce herself before I can continue. Proceed, Queen Yvonne.
Thank you, Queen Dr. Benny. I didn't hear the thanking of our Heavenly Father, but I guess you will do that afterwards.
You bet.
Okay. Greetings, everyone. My name is Yvonne Finn, and I reside in Canada. I normally and usually manage the chat and the chat monitor. I sometimes step out and do other things, but today I'm looking after the chat and I'm expecting some wonderful questions and interactions. Please, everyone. Thank you, because we had two great presentations. Hope from our sister Lerato, and hope again from our presenter, Pastor Paul. So thank you. Looking forward to doing that. Thank you, sister.
Thank you so much. Before I proceed calling the next person, I want you all to understand that there is no one else like our Heavenly Father. People don't really understand his importance, but I know that he created all of us in his image. He woke us up this morning, afternoon, evening. It all depends upon your location. We have to always create time to thank him. Because if you don't, like when you're stepping out of the building, make sure and say, Father, follow me. Follow me. Walk with me. Let me go to work, or let me go out and exercise or something. You want the Lord to be with you, because without him, we are nothing. To me, I give him all the glory and let our will be done. Queen Kamla, please introduce yourself.
Yes. Hello, Dream Team. Good afternoon, everybody, our queens and kings, brothers, sisters from all over that you're joining us, including everyone on YouTube. It's always nice to see you. It's always good to be with you every Sunday. We appreciate you. We love you. And I am Kanla Rahel, as part of the Q&D team. So thank you so much. I love you all. Over to you, Dr. D.
Thank you so much, even though I am D. Oh yeah, D Benny. That's right. Thank you. Thank you.
You thought you thought it was a mistake? No. I knew what I was saying, so now you get it.
I really appreciate you. Before I call on the next my brand ambassador, I really want to thank our welcome team. I'm thanking our welcome team because what they do if they don't greet you, sometimes you guys might be upset, right? So, oh, I was just sitting right here, and Queen Marie Pende did not even greet me, but she greeted everybody. So I want to thank, because I know she will make sure she greets everyone. Thank you so much, Queen Marie Pende, and it was a pleasure meeting you yesterday. Thank you so much. All right. Do you guys know our astonishing host for tonight, for this amazing company? Queen Dr. Patient Ajongwen. Thank you so much for your love and support. Thank you for this amazing, I would say what, webinar. Thank you. We love you, Queen Dr. Pat. I mean, if you don't come, we will not be here, right? So we really appreciate you for your love and support and your dedication towards this company. Our moderators, do you guys know who? Well, I think we have one moderator for today. She is beautiful. She is everything to us. And she's dedicated and she's determined to do anything to make this amazing webinar works out. Her name is Queen Irene Ekwedi. Thank you so much, Queen Irene. Thank you so much for your love and support. You guys know, our mindset, you guys know, you guys do understand that our CEO love mindset. Likewise, Dr. Derek, our king, they love mindset. And so our one and only Queen Lerato Shadare, thank you so much for your love and support and your dedication to, you know that you are dedicated. You love this amazing webinar, Dream Team. You're always here for the Dream Team. Thank you so much for your dedication and for your love towards this amazing company. Thank you. Guess what? Do you guys notice our update team? This is the one that Queen Irene will always say, this is the bestest, our bestest. Our one and only King, Dr. Derek, you know, he prepares this for us. He knew that something was going to happen. And, you know, for the past 2-3 weeks or months, he always come and say, okay, we don't have anything right now, but something will come soon. Look at him. He came and he brought us something. Good news from our CEO. You guys do understand. Thank you so much, King Dr. Derek and Queen Kanla as well. Despite the fact that I know that you wear triple hats, just like Queen Yvonne Finn, she wears what? I don't know whether it's triple hat or four, I don't know, quadruple hats. Thank you so much. Now, our other moderator, she is on YouTube, Queen Rose. Thank you so much. I mean, I have not seen you for quite some time, but I know you are working behind the scene, trying to make sure you protect everything for us from those hackers out there. Thank you so much, Queen Rosaline. We love you. And I believe our King Handsome brother Mumudu, if he is there, thank you so much for your love and support. But guess what? Do you guys know, I was just surprised about our presenter for today. You know, this particular topic. I said, what do you mean by why we wait? King Pastor Paul 360. You know, I always say three what? I always say 720. I don't say 360. But I just want to appreciate you for this amazing topic. I don't know why you decided to choose this topic. Maybe because our affiliates have been complaining. Now you wanted them to just relax, to know that something is cooking behind the scene. Our CEO is working so hard to make sure that things happen. Do you guys know that the reason why he is quiet is because he just wants to come and surprise us? So no noise. Remember, before I continue, please make sure that go and look for a 9-to-5 job while waiting. Do you guys understand? Thank you so much. All right. Queen Aisha, are you available? My sister. Thank you. All right. Queen Engineer Bridget. Thank you so much. We love you guys. All right. At this moment, I just want I want each and everyone, because of this amazing, should I say, the topic. Guess what? Our mindset. There are a lot of questions that I think you guys have. Come on now. Raise your hands electronically, or you can write your question on the chat if you don't want to talk. Please, we are here to help you, to work with you. Thank you so much for listening. Are you guys ready? Raise your hands up. All right. Queen Yvonne Finn, do we have any question on the chat?
Nothing yet, Dr. Benny, but I'm sure it was coming. When one person starts, I'm sure somebody else will have more.
Okay. King Pastor Paul, are you available?
Yes, I am available.
Very good. Thank you so much. I just want to appreciate you.
I am available.
Okay.
For real?
Yeah, man. I am excited. You're right, man. I am excited. There is nothing else like compassion.
So, Pastor Paul, let's choose our words wisely. That availability is saying like that. Somebody asked for reals. Be careful.
Patience.
Oh man. You guys notice something, right? Well, there is nothing else but to say I can smile. I went to a dead celebration Friday and then another one Saturday. So people are just dying, but you are here. God allow you to come here and listen to King Pastor Paul.
Yeah.
Guess what? There is something that God allow you guys to be here this afternoon, evening, or morning.
Yes.
I mean, he loves you, man.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying that he doesn't love those people who die.
Mm-hmm.
Those who die is because I believe it's their time. I don't want to die anyway because I need to enjoy these dollars. No, seriously, Carla. No,
I
no,
agree.
no.
I agree
So,
with you, Dr. Benny. I agree with you.
well, before I'm just waiting for someone to raise their hands up. So, are you telling me that you don't have any question? Then, if you don't have any question, then I don't want to hear anybody to complain about our CEO or about why is it that he's not coming. Any question? I'm going to give you 2 minutes.
I don't see any yet, sister. Sorry. But I do want to agree with you and to say thank you for always saying the things that need to be said sometimes, because, for instance, I just am so amazed at how the presentation and the word kind of like had the same theme. Sister Lerato, Queen Lerato, is saying hope, but hope has to be built on something strong. And what is stronger than God? And then what about our CEO? He has given us every reason to be hopeful, right? And be patient and trust him and be loyal. He's not asking for much. I mean, so I really think that it's good that these mindsets are now focusing on that. Pastor Paul said one of the biggest mistakes that he sees is that we did not talk a lot about what waiting means, which waiting to me, I think, is also about hope, obviously. And it's more about preparation, because a lot of founders, or whatever we want to call it, brand ambassadors, they probably would not be behaving and saying the things that they do if they had positive expectations, which is what he's talking about as well, right? So I don't know how we could have done at the beginning when the CEO was coming very regularly. I guess that's what it is. People had hope there. But because he's been so busy behind the scenes, he doesn't have time to come and hold our hands and babysit us, does he? He's run into some difficulties caused by some of us as well. So he's had to be working through that. I'd rather him be doing that. So yes, it might have been a mistake, but Dream Team is not the only platform that stresses positive mindset and self-control. There are other places that people could have gone and seen that. You know what I mean? Yes, it's true that we stress it a lot here in everything that Dream Team does and the deep dive and everything, but it's other platforms have been doing that too. So people who, let those who have ears to hear, let them hear. People who wanted to do that could have found places to go. And the most important thing is that if you have discontentment or whatever, you don't have to go trying to mess up other people's positive mind. You should find other ways of dealing with it. And another thing, making assumptions as to what people are doing or not doing. Just because people don't come and share their personal lives indiscriminately, I don't think people should assume as to what people are not doing or what they're doing. I, for one, the same things I used to do before I came into Unpassive, for instance, I'm doing those. Unpassive was just going to be a magnifier for me. It would allow me to do more of what I'm doing, but I'm doing things. And I'm sure a lot of people are also doing that. Lots of people here still have their 9 to 5 jobs. They're not going around bothering people, begging, and so on. So yes, there are people who do that. I get those emails because for the very reason that you don't complain, while you're waiting or preparing, which is what I prefer to say, you are going about your business. And that's a good thing for Unpassive, and not to malign our CEO. He's doing what he needs to do, right? And we should just be hopeful, have faith in him, trust him, and be loyal. These are the things I want to say, Dr. Benny, and I thank you for letting me speak.
Oh, man. Thank you so much
You're welcome.
for your love and your support towards this company.
Hi,
People
Dr. Benny.
Yes, Doc. Yes.
I think I couldn't get the ants icon. I went to the ellipses and looked at all through.
Oh,
Maybe it's just my computer.
proceed,
Went through it,
please.
so I couldn't raise my hand.
It's
I
okay.
just want to thank the PhD English grammar that led the seminar today. I'm always looking forward to his big grammar, and there's a lot of that today. My head was in the screen, just like my brother Carlton, who was caught taking every word he was saying, trying to decipher every big grammar. So thank you again for the encouragement, and to let all people know that the Bible said that the challenges we face, other people in the world are facing it. So the issue with Unpassive, it's happening almost everywhere else. We said it over and over. Our people wait for over 10 years for Amazon to come online. You keep telling them it's going to be okay. Your mind's going to be blown. You're going to be surprised. And by the time it's done, they were grateful, those who waited. Those who didn't wait, you can read their stories. Story of Alibaba and the secretary. All of you, we all know that. So we know the value of waiting. And what Pastor Paul has enumerated to us is how we have to get our mind engaged in other things, just like Sister Yvonne is saying, so that the waiting can be pleasant. Every time you go on the internet, see stuff and hear people, if you're not engaged, you get the negatives. But if you get yourself engaged, all right, and you don't go to every seminar trying to see if Ash is there to say something, you can go there to contribute, to participate like most people here, to do a seminar, teach about, cyber security, all kinds of things. That's good. But if you're going everywhere, maybe Ash is there to say something, you're just going to frustrate yourself. And they start saying nonsense or get involved in the negatives. So like he said today, let's get ourselves engaged in positive things and find at least one seminar. I know this one I'm talking to are not here because they don't attend the seminar. If they've been engaged all along, they can think along the CEO and know something unfortunately happened. Like it happened to anybody, it happened in their family, in any business. There are researches that was done where I work and FDA we thought is going to be a big billion, dollar product, only to get to the FDA and something happened and it was slapped and they have to start over. I mean, that's a lot of money in the kitty and a lot of layoffs because of that money that cannot be got back. But, get yourself together and get in it. And those who are asked to go and stay for 1 year were called back. So there's always stuff that can happen in business. If they've been engaged, maybe they would have developed a mindset like the rest of us. If they have not, maybe we're the disciples who will call them once in a while and say, hey, how you doing? I know you're still waiting, hope it's not lost. It was here on the 27th, said some, nice things to show us that is on the game, to encourage them so they won't lose heart. The Bible says, hope that is deferred makes the heart sink. But when you are engaged in part of that hope and you listen to each other, and once in a while it comes on, it gives you a better confidence than those who have not been here at all, who are just waiting to hear the money. And when they didn't hear the money, they are mad. So thank you again for, giving us all the social, economic, and the academic, and the, area where every one of us can really get ourselves, engaged and busy, even as we wait. So again, thank you for your presentation. As usual, thank you, Sister Lerato, for the encouraging words. Dr. Derek, for all you always do, keeping the system flowing, flawlessly. All right. And all the moderators for always being there, for the greeters, welcoming people with, enthusiasm. We thank you. And I know one day, we will not meet in seminars. We will meet somewhere, maybe Dubai, maybe in Hawaii, one of those exotic places, and we will really enjoy all this time that we're investing in this system. So let's just, keep hope alive. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, Pastor Shaggy, our King. Thank you for your dedication. We appreciate you. We appreciate your love and support towards this company. And thank you for thanking our King, Pastor Paul. As you said, Dr. Paul. Thank you so much. Thank you. There's nothing else. I just want to let each and everyone know that based upon this particular topic, it makes each and everyone to know that before joining OnPassive, right? Before joining OnPassive, I believe that we all had jobs, right? And just putting 20, let me just say $150 or $250, you cannot just sit and be mad. What you should do, get up, look for double job if you want to, while you wait. If you want to go online and look for another business, you can go ahead. You want to go there?
Like that, get the second job.
Yeah, that is the only thing, brother. Okay, if you don't want to spend money to join another online business to lose money, then do the second job. There are some people who work 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. Then if you can work Monday through Friday, if you are too tired, you can relax. But we have weekends too. You can just work even just 12 hours on that weekend so that you can get money. Remember that some people, they do come here and complain, not only within this webinar, but other webinars that, oh, they want their money back. Now imagine that I give you that $250 today.
50.
Next week, what are you going to do? The money will be finished. Why can't you just be quiet? Go look for the second job and just wait for our CEO. You guys don't understand what information technology is all about. How about, which we all understand about the software as a service, SaaS? It is, this company is what? It is a software development company. It takes some time, right? There are some other companies that they join, they say, oh, they will be launching, oh, let me say on the 17th of last month. Okay, where are the products? Huh? But we have already utilized our own products or connect. Our CEO is seriously working behind the scene. You guys know that his main goal is to help you and I. There are a lot of our brand ambassadors or affiliates who are suffering in different countries. But God told him, that's why he said, no one can stop OnPassive. None, except who? God. When anybody put their mind into our Heavenly Father, you know that things are going to work out. He is coming. Do you guys notice that he used to come like spend time like 9 hours, talk? Is that what you want? Let him. You guys do understand that something transpired last year or years before, right? Insider threat. So, because of that, he has learned and he is working on it at the moment. So, go and look for a second job. Thank you so much. I am going to hand it over to Queen Irene Equede. Proceed, please.
Thank you, Dr. Benny. I was surprised that a lot of people don't have questions or some comments. Maybe what the information was overwhelming, or is that it was just easy to understand and we accept it and we're just fine, we're ready. All right. You heard Dr. Benny. Wow. Wedding, get a second job.
Yeah.
Get a job, please. I know there are people that sold their land. There were people that were ready to sell their houses, sell whatever for unpassive. No. It's like a bird in hand is what two in the bush. What you had at that time, you had to hold on to it until unpassive is here, ready. And they said, okay, the apples are falling, they're ready. And then you can do whatever to that which you already had. But if you did any of those, please, it is not too late to get up, get another job, look for a job. 7 times a righteous man falls, and 7 times he gets up. Okay. So get up and do something while we wait on for unpassive. It is not over yet. You heard the CEO said. So,
Sister Irene, maybe, yes. Greetings again to everyone. While Dr. Benny, you and Brother Shaggy were talking, a thought just crossed my mind. I know, again, I missed the first part of the webinar due to other commitment, and I am yet to go back and listen to what our pastor has shared with us, but I can only imagine how insightful that has been, how thought-provoking, or help us to reflect deeper. And my thought would be, in everything that has been said here, what I am thinking, or that just crossed to mind, is if you, out of your own willpower, out of your own belief, does not give yourself the opportunity that you felt the very first time you joined this business, that belief that it is still what it is, if you do not allow that to still be your why, then that is why all the negativity is overwhelming you. That is why a lot of the failures, the challenges that we are all going through is so disappointing to you, because you have opened up your mindset to allow that to come in. Our sister Lerato always tells us you are who your mind is. So the more you open up and you allow, those things will be there. But if your why is still that, yes, this is unpassive, we believe it is. Yes, the challenges are there, but I know it is. Our brother Michael Williams gave us that belief and hope and 2 weeks ago. Our webinar about trust, hope, belief, and loyalty. If this webinar is not convincing enough for you, please go back to 2 weeks ago, our fireside chat number 12. Maybe that is going to help you bring back that enthusiasm, bring back that excitement, bring back that belief, bring back that hope, bring back that trust. Because unpassive is not going anywhere. It is here to stay. And nothing is going to stop it. It may be delayed, but it is unstoppable. Whether you accept it or not is up to you, but it is unstoppable. But for me, I know, and I want to say for all of us here, we are here because we are firm and we want to keep on moving. And guess what? That is how we hold our hands together. We are holding each other together. We are supporting each other together. We are lifting each other together as we go on marching forward. One step at a time, one Sunday at a time. Every week you attend every webinar. That is how you stay connected. That is how you become informed. That is how you know what is happening. And that is how you keep that joy, that faith, that hope, that belief, that trust in you. But when you are totally out of it, tell me, how can you keep that positive mindset? If you are out of that circle, out of that environment, out of that weekly communication, outside of what is even going on, ask yourself, how can you stay positive? How can your mindset still trust something when you are not there? You don't see it. You don't remind yourself about it. You don't read about it. You don't listen about it. So you're opening up yourself for that negativity to come in. And once it starts coming in, guess what? Before you know it, then you find yourself on the other side. And then the question, while we wait, so ask yourself, while you're waiting, what have you been doing? On which side are you while you have been waiting? So please let us stay together as on perseverance. Let us stay together as we continue moving forward, as we continue in support of our CEO, Mr. Ash. He has told us what it is. Let us support him and we continue moving forward because there is light at the end of the tunnel.
Amen.
If only we still continue to see it. That light is there, is coming closer and closer, nearer and nearer. Will you be ready when it finally gets close? For me, I know I am. Every morning I wake up, I look up. So thank you. Back to you.
Very well said, Queen Carla.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was very well said.
Yes.
Very
Can
well
I
said.
please, do you mind if I can read something on the chat?
Yeah, there are comments on the chat. Go for
Okay,
it, Queen.
great.
Yes.
From King Asa Charles.
Mhm.
Hello, everyone. Greetings and thank you, Pastor Paul, for the presentation. We are all focused and let's continue to do what we need to do while we wait for Unpassive to get ready for us.
Amen. Absolutely.
Our Queen, Mama Edith. Thank you, Queen Lerato and King Pastor Paul, for your amazing presentation. We appreciate you. Again, thank you so much for all the constructive comments that we have been offered to us. Thank you all, man. I really appreciate each and every one. Do you guys notice that the patient dog eat the fattest bone? Just be patient, man. That's all I can say. And look for the second job.
Yes.
That's it now. Oh, hey, before I hand it over, hold on. Wait. Do you guys notice? There's something so good that our Heavenly Father did something to all of us. Now He makes you smile, and the air that you're breathing, right? Just continue to think about our Heavenly Father. Go and look for that second job, and then just sit and wait. But I just wanted to find out do you think that their $250 can create a job? Do you guys think that the $250? The reason I'm asking this is because I don't expect anybody to sit and be angry that, oh, our CEO is not coming. Take that your 250, or let me say I'll give you the 250 and see whether you will go and create a job so fast. Can you guys do that? And can you sell the product? Because our CEO make us to understand that he will be the one to sell the product. So even if they give you guys all connect, will you be able to sell it? To who? Irene, proceed.
Yeah, that's the question. Will you be able to sell it? Okay. Well, thank you. It has been a good day, a great day. We've learned a lot. See, I can tell you that most people that still have doubts, that are, bringing negativity and all what, they are people that don't attend webinars, a lot of them. Because if you are not in the kitchen watching mommy cooking, seeing when she adds the salt, the maggi, the pepper, and all that, and you are sitting outside, you'll be wondering, why is it taking so long for this food to be ready? So, and that would be the one that you will be too hungry because the food is not getting ready. But that's because you're not getting involved. If people were getting involved, listening, getting these updates, they will know what is going on. As long as they don't, and all they want is the apples, they begin to think, oh, this man don't scam we. This is a scammer, took our money and is doing his business, is doing his thing. We want our money back because they are not involved. They are not sitting at the table giving their own comments and listening to the updates, seeing what is going on. I just wish they could. I don't know what to say. All right. But it has been a good webinar today, a lot of updates, a lot of eye-opening discussions, and I hope that opened our eyes, that reminded us of our responsibilities and what we're supposed to be looking forward to, and patience. The patient dog is the fattest bone. All right. P, are you there? I'm gonna hand this back over to you.
Wow. What can I say? What was the topic? Why?
Why do we?
I said it all. Pop, Sister Lerato has said it all. Our CEO came out and said it all. And Dr. Benny and all of you have shared and said it all. And I think I shared, I don't know when was that, when Brother Michael came out and had a conversation with Julie Woon. And last week, he was here with the Dream Team. Please go listen to those recordings. Go to my channel, Dr. Benny's channel, or Sister Kanla channel. You'll find that fireside chat part. Was it part 12? And listen.
Yes, it was. Yes.
All the mindset
Yeah.
that our Queen Sister Lerato has been saying here, please listen. Our mindset is very important. And Pastor Paul put it on that some of us did not have the right orientation of why you wait for something, especially something that you don't have control over. What attitude do you use to wait for it? We had our brother said that before we came to Unpassive, or before Impassive found some of us, as Dr. John will always say, my grandchildren here, sorry about the background noise. John will always say, Unpassive found him, right? Before Unpassive found you, or you found Unpassive, how you want to address it? How were you paying your bills? What were you doing to survive? Dr. Bernard said it. For those that activate the O Connect, so we're talking about a total of what? 250 total, something like that, about that ballpark. We know us here in the US, if I take Dr. Benny out for lunch, and this is not an expensive lunch, okay? That 250 will be gone in the twinkle of eyes. And people are just thinking that they're supposed to be making millions because they invested 250. Don't get me wrong. We all came here to have some breakthrough. And our CEO's model was to do that. Have we seen any of this done before? Has anybody done anything like this before? So that the 95% can make it. Something that is trying to redistribute the wealth to us, the 95%. We've heard his heart, he's come and spoke. Please, just be mindful. Have your mindset right. Pastor Paul said something, I don't know anybody was listening. Some of us, I'm not saying that's the cause, I don't think that's what he's saying. I kind of lost our homes of mind because we just threw everything and we're waiting for Unpassive. I came to in 2020, I joined Unpassive in November 2020. And when I came, it was the same, it is launching. Actually, had a couple of accounts, I'm not going to say how many. Some of them I paid double, okay? Because if you know, in those days we had Cash App, and Cash App was not instant activation. Cash App was taking time. And I didn't want to miss out, right? Okay, right, my fault. And as Cash App was delaying, I used my credit card and paid because I saw the heart of the person above the company. I knew that they would refund the double payment, which they did. Because I didn't want to miss out, I rushed and paid double to get this account activated. So let's be patient. That's one of the virtues, right? One of the spirit of the spirit is patience. Let's be patient. Let's trust the cause.
That's your name.
Let's be hopeful. Let's continue to live with joy. And let's demonstrate self-control. What I see on the YouTube this day when we go live is disgraceful. It is really disgraceful. Because somebody opened his heart, opened his vision to bring people in. A lot of people will wait and just come and be one of that, they call it what, Fortune 500 companies? Call one or two big guns that have the money, say, hey, let's do this. And we all come and we'll be buying the product and make nothing. We're using Zoom, aren't we? I'm paying to use it, but I'm not making any money from it. So let's just look at what is being put in front of us. Our CEO has not closed the shop. He's very hopeful. And he keeps to his word that says, I'll do it, I will die. He keeps to his word that nobody can stop Unpassive except the Heavenly Father. He keeps his word that quitters don't win, winners don't quit. So please, let's be supportive. Let's be mindful of what we say to someone that did not have to open his doors to us. This is when I joined Unpassive. He came with his family. We knew his children's faces, his wife's name, come on, his parents' name. Who does that? We've joined a lot of businesses online for those that have takes risk without knowing the person behind the business. We don't even know the face. Okay, so let's be mindful. Just keep praying for him and his team that has stayed with him. I believe that in life, you go through a journey, go through a season, so that when the really final big thing comes, you have selected the people that are not wolf in sheep clothing. People that are not, what was that David song? I don't know, that are there, very close to you, but are there to get rid of you and have everything on themselves. This is for me it has exposed some of that, and we've gotten rid of some of those bad apples. We should be grateful for that. Just imagine that we all came into Unpassive that 1 month, 2 months that we jumped in and the thing went big, and we started having the big windfall. Most of us would have not done anything righteous with that money. Most of us might have been drunkards. Most of us might have some arrogance, thinking that we're all there. But trust me, I think that if Unpassive comes today, a lot of us here will have a different mindset because we've learned and grown. We've learned compassion. And we've learned what it means to be compassionate. You don't need millions to be compassionate. I think the mindset in this year, deep dive everywhere, I've said it so many times. Money will amplify the person that you are. It will not change you. But I think during this journey, we have learned, and some of us have changed our mindset and our attitude towards life. We should be grateful to that. Having said that, let me shut my mouth. I'm not a preacher, trust me, but it depends on how you get the fire ignited me, I can preach. I want to say that there's a lot of webinars during the week. We're not saying that you should go to all. We're saying that just get plugged in, get engaged. Don't be like the person in Bitcoin, that when Bitcoin became a thing, he did not know how to get his wallet. Lost millions. We should not be that. Let's stay plugged in. The good thing is that most of these webinars that I'm calling, they are there for our growth. The topic today, if you listen, is for your own growth. So we're here to learn, to improve ourselves, especially with the mindset. So don't forget to join Queen Miriam at okay, this week we still have Eastern Daylight Time. On Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Deep Dive Globally Changing Life on Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Eastern Standard Time. Please, Tuesday, stay protected. And the mindset, stay protected by our First Lady, Queen Benny. How to stay protected. We should be learning these things, folks, because once everything goes live, trust me, there will be people. Remember, they always will be the haunted. People will be after you to steal what they did not work for. And Thursday, we have the mindset as well. And they said something that health, you cannot get it back. Somebody said that. They teach us how to stay healthy. Okay? Join on Thursday. Wednesday, we have Julie Pierre Empowering Humanity. She has some good topics as well that will help you grow. Thursday, 9 a.m. Eastern Daylight Standard Time this week. 8 a.m., right?
8 a.m. 8 a.m., yes.
Oh, passion, please go there. I know they're even doing some financial series as well and a lot of mindset there. Mm-hmm. If you say you don't have any passion, you don't know what to do. If you go there, I don't come out with an idea, I don't know what to say. And during the week, Monday through Friday, join Queen Yvonne, the two Yvonnes, and Esther on One Global Movement, 1 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Just to remind all of you, please check the flyer. If we make error, please check your local time. We are sprinting forward on the 9th in the US, so the time will change. Next Sunday will still be 12:45 Eastern Daylight Time. Just convert that to your time zone. We try our best to keep up with it. Sometimes we miss it. Please just check your convention for join next Sunday. We love you all. Thank you all. And for the Dream Team coordinators, we really appreciate what you put together to educate us. And next week, I know a lot of people, they like Brother Shaggy's Computer for Dummy. He's coming next week with IT 101, another simple way on information technology. Don't forget to join us. And then I think the week after that, we're going back to Fire Chat. Anybody that the question was not answered last time, please bring your question for Brother Michael the following week. See you all. And we can all unmute ourselves and say, in it to win it.
We're in it to win it. Sister, did you
We
finish
are
with
in it to win it.
In it to win.
you?
We are in it to win it.
For those on YouTube,
Glory.
we are going